Welcome to your full moon reading. This full moon is happening on the 11th of August, guys, and is the last supermoon of the year. It's called the Sturgeon full moon. The sturgeon is a fish that has survived millions of years, and the quality of the sturgeon that we want to harness at this time is flexibility, perseverance, and adaptability. So what we're going to do is take a look right now to see what these energies are that are coming in for you over this full moon period. So you're going to be able to feel this full moon period a week before the 11th of August and at least a week afterwards. So let's see what these messages and energies are that are coming in for you right now. Right, Aquarius, let's get going and see what this supermoon energy has in store for you with regards to messages, energies coming in. I'm going to start off with your oracle cards because the oracle cards just gives me a nice lay of the land. It gives us a theme message that's coming through, and then we're going to do a nice deep dive in with the tarot. So just remember, if the messages that come through don't resonate with you, I don't want you to worry. It just means that it's not meant to be your reading at this time, and you can go ahead and look at your moon rising and Venus signs as they could have more relevant information for you. Wow, okay. So the first thing we've got here with your oracle cards is work through your fears. So we now know, Aquarius, that over this full moon period, I think there is going to be something that comes through that is going to make you look at what this fear is. That could be a trigger that comes through, and we'll see if we can get more clarification with the tarot. But there is something that's going to come through that's going to really address this fear, and you probably know exactly what this is. This is going to be, of course, different for everybody, Aquarius, so please take this as it resonates within your life circumstance. But I think that this period, this full moon period, is definitely going to put a spotlight on it, and you're going to have to address it. So let's see what we can get. Just want to pull all the rest of your tarot, and I just want to pull one more card on that, on this work through your fears, just to see if we can get any other idea about what this is for you. Wow, okay. Listen, we've got here the Hanged Man and the Hermit, Aquarius. Okay, this is telling me without any doubt and without Two of Wands here that there is something that is holding you back. Something, and it's a sphere. The sphere is holding you back. It's like you want so much to take this leap of faith. You want so much to get going, to get into the wide world and start doing all the things you've been dreaming of and hoping of. But this fear, now please take it as it resonates within your life circumstance. This fear is keeping you completely held back. You know, the Hanged Man is just like, it's like God's waiting room. Nothing much is happening. Nothing much is going on. And you are spending so much time going over something, like thinking, planning, considering, but there's no action here. Your fear has kept you now almost, inactive, immobilized. This full moon period is coming in and saying, now, Aquarius, it's time. It's time to get out of this Hanged Man position. It's time to get out of the Hermit position, and you've got to get going and take action and get moving into whatever this is that you've been thinking and hoping for. It's time, right? Now, we've got the Creativity card coming in, and this is clarified by the Knight of Wands and the Hierophant. You're going to have to think a little bit outside the box here, Aquarius. I don't think your usual run-of-the-mill plan is going to help you shift out of this inertia. We've got here the Knight of Wands. Okay, the Knight of Wands is this is just telling me you're going to have to take action, get moving. We know this, but with the Creativity card here and the Hierophant, Aquarius, it tells me you're going to have to start being very creative in terms of getting out of this inertia. You're going to have to find a plan, an action plan that you actually had not considered before. It's something completely like from left field. When I say from left field, it's like something you have not thought of before, something you have not considered before, something you have, I think the best thing here for me is to give you an example. Okay, so just say that you've really, really wanted to start a business, okay? And you've done all your research, you've with the hermit, you've got all your ducks in a row, but you just can't get going because you're so scared that you know if you take this leap into this new business, you're going to fall flat on your face. Okay, this is just a random example. The Knight of Wands comes in, says, you know what, we're going to have to take this leap. We're going to have to take this leap, but we're going to have to be creative about it. And maybe with this Hierophant here, it's like maybe you now talk to a bigger company to partner you. Maybe you talk to somebody big in the industry to come in as a silent partner. Do you see where I'm going with this? You have to think of something that you have not thought of before. This is just a business scenario, but this could relate to any area of your life, guys. So think of it in the area where this fear is holding you back. This fear is kept you almost like frozen. Inertia. You've got this complete inertia. Nothing much is happening. You've got to get creative here to find a way to move forward that you can kind of move through the fear and into the plan. I want you to know one thing. This is very much what you're very much aligned with your life purpose. And you've spent, and I think you know that because whatever it is, you've got this Seven of Pentacles. It tells me there's a lot of thinking and reviewing and going over things and considering things. You spend so much time with this up, this kind of energy, very much, up in the air energy. And the Ace of Swords is coming in and saying, as soon as you take action, Aquarius, as soon as you take action, even if it's the smallest step to get out of this inertia, you're going to be successful in terms of you're going to see things. One thing will lead to the other thing, will lead to the other thing. Things are going to start flowing. Things are going to start moving. Things are going to start happening for you. Okay? This is the hand of God saying one step, and you're going to see things start happening and moving. But you've got to move out of this planning, considering, thinking, what about this? And if I did this, what about that? There's too much inertia here. Okay, we've got then the full moon in Taurus coming in saying your dreams need a practical plan. There needs to be practicality here. Okay, you need to take all your plans, which are now up in the air. There's too much mental processing going on here, Aquarius, and you have to bring it right down. Here we've got it again with our Ace of Swords, and now we've got it again with our Chariot. And you have to start making actual steps to have this now manifest into actuality. The plan looks good. Everything looks good. You might just have to tweak it in terms of finding a creative way of doing it so that maybe it'll help you work through your fear. But you're very much on track. You're very much on track. But you have to bring it down to the physical plane now and to start taking huge, big, practical steps, okay? This is it's beautiful. It holds great potential, especially with your Ace of Swords and your Chariot, which are both successful cards, but nothing's going to happen if you keep it in the dream state. Nothing's going to manifest, nothing's going to happen for you if it just remains a dream. So the question is now, how do you now take this from the dream state into actual manifestation? And it's coming through. You need to be creative, think outside the box, and you need to be practical. So even if you do, I know sometimes the practical things of making something happen can sound very laborious, but I think it's going to work wonders for you. So we'll go back to the business example. Start taking those small steps. So if you you've got this beautiful idea for a business plan. Maybe find somebody who's in the industry or somebody, a mentor that you can talk to, who's got like, will be objective and say, right, have you considered this? Have you done that? Have you done this? Okay, because this is very much aligned to your life purpose, and it's not something you want to lose just because you can't bring it down to the practical level. So Aquarius, if this is something to do in, say, for example, finding somebody really, really special, maybe you want to get married and you want to find a divine counterpart, same sort of thing. Maybe you have to now get creative about it, okay? You can't go the same old route. Maybe you've just been doing online dating and you're just not meeting the kind of person that you feel you could spend the rest of your life with. Now, maybe talk to somebody. Maybe even like, somebody who is maybe very networked, maybe somebody who's got a great, a wonderful marriage, or just met somebody, and maybe speak to somebody who's just, maybe even just like a good friend, anybody that can, a mentor that can give you other ideas on how to get out there to meet somebody that is going to be a good fit for you. Maybe it's within your community, in your organization, you know, somebody that's got the same beliefs, the same thoughts as you. You got to get creative with this. You've got to get out of this inertia and into life, because whatever it is, it's telling you it's part of your life purpose, as you're on track, but you need practical steps. Okay, so there is a big message there for you, Aquarius. Let's go ahead now and pull an additional message that we can get from Spirit that will just help you work and channel this energy over this full moon period. And we've got the Panther Spirit, number 44. 44 is a power number. Reclaim your power. You know, by staying in this inertia, Aquarius, you are giving away your power. Okay, and now it's time. It's time to come back and say, right, now, this is my, whatever it is, my idea, my plan. This is what I want. Now, how do I go about making this dream into a real practical actuality? What do I have to do? Sit down with pen and paper. Do whatever you need to do. But this is not something you want to lose in just because you have not taken the step forward. There's something, this fear of just not taking the next step forward. And as soon as you take that one step with the Ace of Swords and the Chariot, you're going to see one thing will lead to another. Time to reclaim your power. There you have it, my dear Aquarius. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please go ahead and give it the thumbs up. It just lets me know that you like this kind of content. You can subscribe to my channel if that's what you choose to do. I would greatly appreciate it. To all my Aquarians who have subscribed, who have commented, who have given me the thumbs up, I just want to say a huge thank you to you guys. I read every single one of your comments. It really helps me and the channel grow. So huge love and appreciation to you. And to all my Aquarians, I just wish you the most wonderful full moon period.